Girl here, and we are going to get started on our shutter. Here we go with the can. Let's get her done, y'all. I've already lined my table with black plastic, and now we're going to go ahead, and it says to do like a small area. I'm thinking it's not going to take that long for me to go ahead on and do this here. Now look, y'all, I don't know if y'all can see this, but if my camera person can get over here and zoom in a bit, if y'all can already see, this stuff is like, woo-wee. See how it's bubbling up, y'all? Trying to tell y'all, they said this stuff is potent, baby. The way that it's telling you to take this off, you gotta pry open the top. But be careful, see all that popped up. Baby, you don't want none of that popping up on you like that. So yeah, I'm coming back in, honey. And we're gonna get her set and ready to go. We're doing a continuation on the shutters that I got started outside when it was daylight, y'all. So yes, so as you can see down this side from here going down, I actually already got started on the process of applying our JASCO stripper, epoxy and paint stripper. So we are gonna go ahead and get started on the remaining part of our shutter. Now, I'm gonna show y'all a little bit, and I'm also gonna post the pictures, but y'all gotta take a look at this. I'm trying to tell you that this stuff is bubbling up like it was on a grill, okay? Oh, let me see if I can lift it up some. There we go, come on. Okay, I'm gonna tilt this so y'all can see. Do y'all see already that it's like, listen, I can go like that and it's like coming up, okay? So yeah, it's working, oh, it's working. So I also put a drop cloth down with just another black trash bag down on the ground. Yeah, and you can hear stuff is like literally falling off. And I used just this scraper so I can see how it's working down here. Okay. Okay, y'all, so now what I'm gonna do is now move down to this side, okay? This is what's already been, let's close this up. How about that? Put this down and close up, okay? I'm gonna put this down on the ground. Now we are gonna get our scraper and start scraping down this side, okay? And, because we've already got started, y'all, I'm just lightly doing this, and it is coming up like, y'all see this? Like, come on now. She coming up good, honey. Okay, y'all, so I done already taken off the very first coat. So that's a good thing to get all the black gone. So now I'm going in, after I done got scraped the black off with my little scraper, okay, went in and went along with the grain of the wood. So this now is going off to the side. Now what I'm going to apply is another coat because I want to be able to get off all the remaining amounts. And there you have it, the second round. This is the second go round. So we're gonna go ahead, let this sit for a little bit, let it marinate, y'all, and then come back and scrape it again. Yes, scrape it again with our tool. Okay, as you can see, I have applied that second coat. I applied it and then went ahead and scraped it off. So now the next thing to use is my wire brush, y'all. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna go with the grain of the wood, remember? So I'm going across this way and I'm just knocking off the excess that was here, okay? So then that way she can be ready for that after wash. Hey guys, it is Jersey Girl here, and as you can see, baby, I done changed clothes since the last time y'all done seen me. And it was nighttime and now it is daytime. So I got done taking care of the Shudder. I went ahead and scraped all the gooky stuff off, y'all. So this is what happened in the midst of everything, y'all. Okay, so you know how there are outtakes? Well, baby, there was no need for an outtake for this. The bottom half of my Shudder came off. So I was like, I got to fix this thing. But you know what? I needed to make it out to the home improvement store in order to get the things that I needed in order to fix it. So obviously I couldn't do it at night, y'all. I had to go and do it during the day. I had to wait till the store opened back up. So that's what happened. But I'm back here with you guys now to show y'all exactly what had happened was. So in the midst of everything, scraping the stuff down, getting in between the crevices to make sure I got all the paint off. Baby, the bottom of this thing, the bottom of my Shudder fell off, okay? And I don't know if y'all can see it that well, but you can see I got some holes here, boom and boom, and then on the other side as well, boom and boom. So there was some dowels in here, okay? And these are what dowels are. Bam, baby, these things right here, okay? My shutters have been on my house. My house was built in '74, so my shutters have been on for a minute. Okay, baby, it's only 2020. So needless to say that when it came out, this thing was disintegrating. I'm gonna show y'all what it actually looked like when it all came down to it, okay? I don't know how well you can see it here in the sun without it, like, see, done fell out on the ground, but it's like it came out in pieces, y'all. So I had to go and get some new dowels. So that's what I ended up doing at the home improvement store. I had to get some new dowels. And so I went, and what I ended up doing, because I done told y'all, when you go into the store, take your stuff with you. You got to be able to eyeball and see stuff and see if stuff fits. So baby, I took this with me into the home improvement store, and I went up to one of the gentlemen. I said, hey, now, will these fit inside of this hole? Okay, because it looked like that it would. And then the smaller size that they had there, which was 3/8 of an inch, was going to be too small. So I needed something that was going to fit in here. So I looked and I was like, it looked like it might fit. I'm not sure, but you know, they helped me on out. And as it would be, it does fit. So you see this? This is going to go in here just like this. Okay, bam. So then that way, when I go ahead and knock it together and glue it together, it's going to stay. But I also had to get a clamp, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, when you're in the midst of doing stuff, you can be able to find out all these different little things that come up. But it doesn't mean for you to stop. It just means that there's some challenges that you're going to face along the way. Don't give up when you come across some challenges. You keep pushing. You keep going. Don't give up. You can do it. Face those challenges. Find out what they are, okay? And then map it out and say, what do I need to do to get this thing fixed? So I did end up getting it fixed. Because what did I end up doing? Well, I had to be able to try to hold this Shudder together so I can go ahead and reattach this, and I had to get the dowels. So how was I going to be able to do it? Well, baby, I had to get a clamp. So that's what I did. I got a clamp. I ended up getting the DeWalt and a large trigger clamp. 24-inch, because it helps me, it's adjustable, which is even better, okay? So not only is it a clamp, but baby, I also got the one that gets to be a spreader too. So if I need to spread it wide, well, I need to close it in. I could be able to do it with this one tool. Okay, now what I need to do is get out the wood that got broken off on the inside of there. So what I ended up doing was getting the drill and kind of drilling all that was already disintegrating. And baby, I just got a box nail, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and dig out this stuff and just wiggle it around. And then what's falling out is what's falling out. So it's working out good. Because when I put the dowels in it, I need the dowels to all be the same size. So that way it's sitting properly on the inside, okay? And that's all I'm doing right now, digging it out, getting that gunk right on out, y'all. And now I'm gonna go ahead and test to see exactly where the dowels will be sitting at in here, okay? This one need to go down some more, so I'm gonna keep digging out. That's all that means. Keep digging it out, y'all. Now, here's really something good too. Okay. As I'm sitting here and I'm digging this out, I'm using a sharp tool to dig this stuff out. So instead of me just trying to pop this new stuff in, I'm gonna have to dig this old stuff out. It's impacting in here pretty good. So then that way, when I go ahead and I set the new dowel in, I need to make sure that she's sitting pretty doggone good, okay? Looking like she's gonna be doing good. Let's try this side. Hey, she's looking good now. Now it's time to go ahead and attach her to the bottom utilizing the clamp. Oh yeah, y'all. I ended up changing a little bit of the scenery, honey. Why not? Why shouldn't y'all get a chance to take a look at the Cozy Niche backyard? I know y'all see that hammock over there. Oh yes, she is coming along real nice like. So let's get to it, the business of the shutter. If you can keep your mind off the hammock in the background, okay? So just like I said, guys, I'm gonna be reattaching the bottom piece, which came off to the bottom of the shutter, okay? So I'm gonna be using my trusty E6000 glue in order to attach it. I've already got my clamp on, so then that way I'm squeezing it, making sure that it's staying together, people. I need it to stay together. So I already put the dowels in, and so now what I'm gonna do is just make sure that when I attach the bottom piece, that it adheres, that the dowels adhere in here like they're supposed to on either side, okay? So let's go ahead and get to it, honey. So I'm going to squeeze some of my E6000 in here. Why? Well, I need to have that dowel attached inside of the wood. That's why. We got to have it stick in there. And like I told you guys before, y'all know that this E6000 glue is a mother load, honey. So why not have her get her done, okay? So I'm going to go ahead. I took the dowels and I slid them inside of the actual shutter, just to make it a bit easier, okay? And now I'm just gonna go ahead and attach my E6000 to the end, so then that way it stays, y'all. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all can hear the music in the background, but baby, the music is going a little hard, and I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm just gonna squeeze this on in here. Yeah, it's gonna require a little bit of, you know, hey, muscle power, but I think I got it. Don't look too hard, it ain't that deep. So let me show y'all a little bit about this clamp, y'all, okay, since I got this in here. This clamp is absolutely amazing. What I love, you can squeeze this trigger part down here. So this right here allows me to be able to slide this, okay? And then this gives it that tightening, so then it starts squeezing in from the side. So I just take this, baby, and put it up underneath here, and then I start squeezing that trigger. And then all it does is that it begins to tighten it. And I'm gonna slide it down here because I want down here to be nice and snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, so I'm just squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Yes. Because I want this to go ahead and stay put. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for a little bit with this E6000, and then I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna begin to sand. Yes. Listen, doing your shutters, it is a process, but it is worth it. Anything worth putting your time, your effort, your sweat, and everything into is going to be worth it, okay? So don't give up, keep pushing. And now, y'all, it is time to sand. So this one, I'm just working down some of this like I had mentioned, just so it can kind of move the way it needs to move. I don't want it to take all day long, y'all. Go ahead and do this. So I'm working on the sides, and then I'm gonna open it up just like this, okay? And I'm gonna turn it to where it's sandpaper part down, and I'm going to slide it in between these slots, just as so, okay? So it's coming out on the other side. Can you see it? Coming out on the other side, Then I'm gonna take it and go like this, and then okay, y'all, now it is time to go ahead and get this sawdust up by vacuuming. So I have my vacuum cleaner, and I attach my hose attachment to it with the brush, so then that way I can be able to get in between the slats like I need to. You can't paint when you got sawdust all over the place. Not only that, but I lined my table with a black trash bag, and I got to elevate it with what? Bricks. Because, you know, I got to use what's around the house in order to make things happen. I don't want to get paint on my bricks, so I went ahead and lined over top of the bricks with another trash bag. So let's go ahead and get started with vacuuming up the sawdust. It's time to what? Paint. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I had already told you guys that I was going to be using the ColorPlace Ultra Exterior Paint and Primer, because what? The primer does what? Cut down your painting time. And I got this in black, flat black at that, because again, I wanted to match my shutters that are already up front. I did not want to do it in semi-gloss. I definitely wanted to do it in flat. I wanted to match. So I'm gonna go ahead and pry the top off of this thing, and then we're gonna get started. But when I pry off the top, you got to stir it up. Stir it up. Hey, hey. So I got my paint stirrer, sticking it on in, and I'm gonna lay this down. And I'm stirring. Y'all, this look kind of goopy, kind of thick, right? But it's all good. I want it to work out really, really nicely. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's gonna look so good, y'all. So, so good. All right. And I'm going to go in the direction of my paint. Well, in the direction of the wood grain, not necessarily in the direction of the paint. So what is a good idea to do when you're thinking about painting a room is I would highly suggest going to the paint store, getting a small to-go container that they have of the small sample paints, and paint an area on the wall that you're looking to paint the color that you desire, so then that way you can see what it looks like in that room when the sun is up, when it's midway, and when the sun is down. That way you get a truer idea of what that room will actually look like, and you can make the decision on whether or not that color is going to be the right color for you. Now these little sample paints, they come no more than $5 depending on where you're going. You know, in order to get it from your paint store. But it is a great way to be able to save money too. Because would you like to be able to spend, you know, 50, 60, maybe $100 some dollars on paint that look real good on a card, and then you get it into your house and you're like, this ain't even gonna work. So you gotta go ahead and give it a test run, y'all, and let it sit, because like I said, it dries differently. Can see I'm tilting my brush so I can be able to get into the cracks and crevices in here, okay? Because it is a shutter, so I got to make sure that all of that is covered, honey. And then of course smoothing it back out towards the middle, so that way I ain't got all the clumps and stuff on the edges, y'all. Another good thing, guys, is that when you have your paint, it's always good to be able to keep it with a lock seal on it. I know that you guys got an opportunity to see when I was taking care of the kitchen cabinets, and then there was actually a paint saver lid that I actually utilized. You do happen to move out of your house, it is good for the people that are coming behind you or your apartment, people that are coming behind you, to know what kind of paint you use in case they want to be able to paint. And it helps them to be able to know what kind of paint that you use, whether it was latex or if it was wax-based or water-based. I just believe that you should be leaving things better than what you found them. My opinion, of course, but hey, if I can be able to help the next person along, then I definitely will. When I took the time and I was sanding this, guys, I definitely was making sure that I didn't have any like splinters or anything like that come popping out. So I took my sandpaper and I kind of wrapped it, cupped it, and then I kind of went like that on it. I was using a medium textured sandpaper. You can start out with rough, but I didn't really, or coarse. I didn't really feel like I needed to have coarse at first, but there were some areas where the medium wasn't working as well. So then I went in with the coarse and got that down, and then came back in with the medium, and it worked even better. So some areas required more work, whereas others really didn't. I am so glad that you guys all voted for me to do the shutters. This has been a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know what? Very rewarding all at the same time. So the next project that we were talking about doing was a coaster box. And we'll talk about that too. But just not on this project.
Oh my goodness, y'all, this shutter is finally done. Whew, it was a lot of work, but y'all, it was so worth it. Look how good she's looking too, honey. Oh yes, I was not about to spend about $200 just on one shutter. Oh no, I believe in keeping that money in my pockets, baby. All right, y'all, we got more projects to do here on Jersey Girl Cozy Niche. So make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want to be able to hear from you. I want you to see what we're doing, and I also want to hear about projects that you want to see get done here on the Cozy Niche.